Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law, and through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and also an update on a $1 million challenge, so please stay tuned. In the previous video we did a stock update on 5 pharmaceutical stocks. These stocks are potential life-changing stocks, and each of the stocks is going through very bullish momentum in the chart, and possibly a good return in terms of long-term hold. So please refer back to the previous video for 5 pharmaceutical stocks, potentially at a good buy price. So before we start today's stock update, a quick reminder of our $1 million challenge. So on the screen here you'll be able to see this is looking at an investment journey of $1,000 to $1 million over a period of 3 years using compound return investing. So the strategy involves trying to achieve 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. So we do take into account losses, and it's not 201 consecutive trades. Within the challenge, you'll be able to get access to an exclusive video giving further details of our challenge, which also includes some new things that are not been released on the YouTube official video for the challenge, which you'll be able to see in the description below. Within the challenge, we also have a special spreadsheet with low and medium risk stocks, many of them designed to get you the 3.5%. We also have a Discord community which is growing, currently well in excess of 300. People here are sharing due diligence, trading tips, research, buy prices, etc. And in the Discord area you'll be able to see our agreement section, FAQs. You'll be able to chat and ask questions. The stock spreadsheet will also be available here. We have King and Queen alerts, which are explained once you join, and there's also the leadership. So if anybody is interested in joining us on this journey, details in the description below. In today's video we're going to do a stock update on ticker symbol MMAT Metamaterials. So before we look at details of the updates with regard to this stock, let's have a look at the chart for close of play on the Friday. We can see the stock was up just in excess of 2%, closing at $4.99, and I think for the past 2 to 3 weeks it has been showing a little bit of consolidation around the $5 mark. Before that it did break the $6 mark, and if we can see on the screen here in terms of volume, we can see the average volume over the 30 days is just in excess of 7.4 million. Right now, close of play on the Friday, the volume was down just over 5 million. So what we're looking at now is building up of the volume, building of more interest. The news potentially is going to be good going forward. So let's now have a look at the updates with regard to Metamaterials. What I'd now like to do is share a headline here from Access Newswire, and we can see here in the article dated 4th of November 2021, the headline here is Meta's IP portfolio surpasses its 200 patent goal for 2021 with a total of 247 patents. So this is staggering. So what we can see within this first page of the article, that the acquisition of Nanotech was also important, because Nanotech are also bringing their own patents into this Metamaterials family. So what we now have is 154 issued patents, 93 pending applications from Nanotech, so giving Meta a total number of patents of 247. So going forward, this is going to give the business strong protection for their technology. If anybody does copy the AR and VR technology, then certainly Metamaterials will be able to make some claim on that. However, the best course going forward for any other business that is looking to use Metamaterials IP and also Metamaterials trademarks and patents in nanotech, VR and AR would be to come up with a licensing deal. So I think that is certainly a strong possibility going forward with Facebook, which also changed its name to Meta, as we were aware and was covered in the previous video. So let's now continue with the final part of this article. And the final part of the article, we can see what Nanotech is bringing. So Nanotech is bringing 19 patent families. And of these, 16 families include at least one granted patent. So the newly added patent families cover areas such as document authentication, nanofabrication, including e-beam and nano imprint lithography, looking at scaled roll-to-roll manufacturing systems, as well as plasmonic, diffrative and photonic crystal nanostructures. So what we did see in the previous video, that this can cover areas such as holographs, filtering, scanning holography, light capture for solar panels. We also have non-invasive glucose sensing, magnetic resonance imaging. Meta's IP supports and protects the company's development in a wide range of markets. These markets include electronics, consumer electronics, reality, we have solar energy, automotive, aerospace, medical imaging, sensing and communication. So the long-term potential and the long-term markets are very, very wide and extremely diversified. So the potential for the long term is huge. Next thing I'd like to have a look at is insider ownership and institutional bias. So before we look at that, let's have a look at an update in terms of close of play on the Friday, the latest situation with regards to shares outstanding. So on the screen here, we can see shares outstanding just in excess of 281 million. Insider shares are just in excess of 213 million. So that equates to insider ownership just in excess of 75 million. So what that basically means is we have a total insiders of 30, and it also means for the available float for the general public is just below 25%. Let's now have a look at a breakdown of some of these insider ownerships. Here on the screen you'll be able to see that well, let's start with George himself. So George owns just in excess of 51 million shares. However, one thing to note is George is not the largest shareholder. So we have Thomas Gordon Welch, and he at the bottom has just in excess of 69 million, but Thomas Gordon Welch is also not the largest insider owner. The largest insider owner we can see in the middle column, and that is Anne Barber Lambert. She has in excess of 10% of shares, and these constitute just in excess of 70 million shares. So that's Anne Barber Lambert. She owns the biggest amount of shares from an insider point of view. Another important one is Nadine Geddes. She has just in excess of 51 million shares. And the previous John Berder from Torch, he's still a director of the company here according to this Fintel information, and he's still carrying just in excess of 1.8 million shares. So this indicates good confidence from the insiders. They are owning and holding a significant amount of shares in the company, so that should certainly give us confidence. Final thing I'd like to now have a look at is some important buying and selling that took place from significant institutions. So if we have a look at the 5th of November, there was a sale of 400,000 shares from Ursa Fund Management LLC. We can also see there was some important acquisitions, and these include Bay State Wealth Management. They also include Tradewinds Capital Management. We're looking at Exponence, which acquired in excess of 10,000 shares. We've also got the Deutsche Bank, which increased their holding. We also have Victory Capital Management. We also have CenterStar Asset Management. We also have the New York State Commission Retirement Fund. They also increased their holding. And at the bottom, again, another significant one is Raymond James and Associates, who also acquired in excess of 21,000 shares. So overall, not too bad in terms of significant institutional buys. Finally, if we finish off by having a look at the chart again, we can see the momentum on the Friday was positive. So the stock was up just in excess of 2.25%, closing at $4.99. And my expectation for the coming week is for the stock to trend upwards again. So I am quite confident. I think any investment in MMAT below the $5 mark is certainly a good buy price. So I'm expecting within the short to medium term for this to break the $6 mark again, but long term certainly still very positive for Metamaterials. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.